What we did this morning was go to our local shop and have a look at what was cheap, and we also had a look in the fridge to see what we had left, and we're going to use up some leftovers. So we are going to do this curry recipe with 1 onion. We're going to use a whole head of cauliflower, and we're actually going to use some of the cauliflower greens as well because they are perfectly nutritious and perfectly fine to eat and great for adding in things like curries or stews. And we're also going to use this bag of chopped carrots, which we bought because they were reduced in the supermarket and they're very close to their date, so we need to get them used so they can go in a curry. First thing we're going to do is chop an onion. So we need to remove this dried out outside, and then we're going to hold the onion down safely and just put a little cut in, and then we can get to the layers, and we're just taking off everything that is brown. And we'll take the other end of the onion off, which all the chefs tell me off for, get it on a nice flat surface, and then we cut the onion in half so we've got a nice non-slippy surface that's flat. Hold our hands like this so we can secure the onion, but the knife can't cut into our skin, it'll just rest against our knuckles, and we're just going to slice down this way, cut the onion into nice little vaguely even pieces. It doesn't matter too much if the onion is completely even because it's going to go into the slow cooker for quite a long time, and all the bits are just going to break down and all the lovely flavours going to get pulled out of the onion. For this curry recipe, you can literally use any vegetables you like. You could use butternut squash, you could use cauliflower, you could use broccoli, you could use carrots, you could use peppers, you could use peas, you could use absolutely any vegetable you like will work in this recipe. How to chop a cauliflower. First thing we want to do is get all these green stalks off, and I'm going to purposefully rip the green stalks out in a way that takes them off in whole pieces, because we're actually going to add these to the curry and use them as an ingredient, because they're just like if you buy cabbage or kale or anything like that. They are just another form of leafy green. They've got a lovely flavour to them and they are really nutritious. So we're not going to waste them. So we're going to take all these green stalks off. And then when you get down to the stage where you can really see the stalk of the cauliflower, you just get a nice sharp knife in there. Make sure you know where all your fingers are before you plunge it down, and we're just going to take the bottom off like that. And then we're going to turn the collie over and we're just going to lob the whole thing in half. And then you can see where all the little florets join. And all we're going to do now is just pull. Ooh, there you go, you can see it'll start to just come apart really obviously, and you can almost see the pieces that it wants to break into. I wouldn't break them into anything too small. You could just keep breaking down and it'll come into little pieces like that. Those will be fine, everything can go in. It's just that once it's been in the slow cooker for a while, these tiny little pieces might just dissolve slightly. So if we keep them a little bit bigger and try and keep the pieces vaguely the same size, then they'll cook evenly and you'll end up with all the bits of veg being the same softness. And then if you end up with any sort of white leafy bits like this, they can go in or you can remove them, entirely up to you. And we'll just do the same with this side. And there we go, barely even needed a knife, and that is a whole head of cauliflower just chopped into nice even florets that will cook evenly. The next thing we're going to do is chop all of these lovely cauliflower greens that we took off the outside. Now, collard greens are sometimes not the prettiest things in the world. You can see these leaves have been a bit torn because they are essentially the packaging that the cauliflower comes in. But we'll just give them a little rinse under the tap, give them a wash. And these are perfectly nutritious. Just think of them like any other type of leafy green veg you can get, like kale or cabbage, and they're super duper tasty and really nutritious. So what we'll do with each of these is just take, you can see here at the top, this has just been a bit open to the air, open to the sun, and it's gotten a little bit dried out. So we'll just hold it down securely, again always making sure we know where our fingers and thumbs are, and just take the entire top of that leaf off, and we'll discard that only because it'll be a little bit dried out. And we'll do the same with the bottom. We'll just take this whole area here where there's quite a tough stem and there's not really any leaf. We'll just take that big chunk off and we'll discard that, and then all we're going to do is cut down the middle of this stalk just to cut that into 2 separate pieces like that, and then all we're going to do is just cut down this. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to use these bagged carrots that have come chopped. These were bought because they were on offer in the supermarket, so they were cheaper than buying whole carrots, and obviously if you can get something that's already been a bit prepared, that's great. And they're close to their date, so they need using up. So these have already been peeled, they've been washed, they're already cut into battens, and just so they fit well in our recipe, all we're going to do is just lob most of these just in half. Doesn't matter if you leave them whole, they'll cook perfectly fine. So all we've done with these carrots is just make them slightly shorter. There is absolutely no need to do this if you're making a recipe at home. I'm just being a bit picky because we're making this recipe for our social media channels, so I want it to look pretty, and I think the carrots will look nicer in the recipe if they're a similar size to the other veg. But that's just me being picky, and there's no need for anybody else to worry about that. So now that we've got all our veg chopped, it's easy peasy to get the rest of the recipe in the slow cooker and cooking away. We're going to put our veg in first, so we're going to pop our chopped onion in slow cooker, then our cauliflower goes in, next our collard greens go in, followed by our carrots. And as you can see, that's already the slow cooker very nearly full of beautiful veg that cost next to nothing. Next, we're going to drop all our spices in the slow cooker. So we're going to go with 1 dessert spoon of any curry powder that you can find out in the shops. We're going to go with 1 dessert spoon of cumin and 1 dessert spoon of paprika, and then we're just going to put half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper in. Next, we're going to add about 200 grams of red lentils, or any small type of lentil that you can buy cheaply. The thing to avoid is just larger dried pulses or lentils like chickpeas or kidney beans, because they will need soaking overnight, and some of them need pre-boiling for an hour to a couple of hours before you can pop them in a recipe. Little lentils like these red lentils that we're using will just dissolve down in the recipe while the slow cooker's cooking, and they will be a lovely texture by the time the recipe's finished. 200 grams of lentils works out at about 1 coffee mug full. So if you just take any decent large teacup or coffee mug and fill that nearly to the top, that will be just about right. And for this recipe, if you use a little bit too much or a little bit less, doesn't matter at all. We're going to pop 1 vegetable stock cube in this recipe. No need to soak it or dissolve it. It can just go straight into the slow cooker and it will dissolve as the recipe is cooking. Next thing we're going to pop in is 1 can of tinned tomatoes. You can either use chopped tinned tomatoes, or if whole tinned tomatoes are just that little bit cheaper, it's absolutely fine to use the whole tinned tomatoes, and you can just use any sharp knife and chop the tomatoes in the can. Next thing we're going to do is add some water, just so there's a bit of liquid to mix all the flavours around. The easiest way to do this is to just fill up the tin from the tinned tomatoes that you used under the tap, and we're going to use 2 full tins of water. Next thing we're going to do is just give all of this a stir, just to mix all the veggies up, mix all the spices around, make sure that everything is well combined. Once the recipe's all well mixed, all we're going to do is pop the lid on turn our slow cooker on, and we're going to walk away for 7 hours. And this is how our lovely curry's turned out. Because this curry is full of lentils, it's a perfectly nutritious and balanced meal all on its own. This slow cooker will make about 6 adult portions just served on its own, but this curry could also be served with rice on the side, breads on the side, chips, potatoes, and that should bulk it up. And if you add extra carbs, that should make about 10 to 12 adult portions. We really hope you'll join us soon for another recipe, and follow Open Kitchen on all the socials.